Hi, I am Angeli Richardson, and in this video, I'm just going to be sharing with you how we can become better culturally responsive teachers in our classroom. Let's get into it. Firstly, what is culturally responsive teaching? Now, culturally responsive teaching is a pedagogy that recognizes the importance of including students' cultural references in all aspects of learning. So this means embracing, acknowledging, accepting the various cultural diversities in your classroom. And as a teacher, responding and creating spaces where children can embrace their differences. Now I'm going to share two strategies, two ways we can become better culturally responsive teachers, two things that we can implement in our day-to-day classroom activities to be better responsive to cultural differences in our classrooms. The first strategy that we can implement is activating the students' prior knowledge. What this does, firstly, is allow the students to think, to relate, and to make connections to what they experience and to what is being taught in a classroom. Secondly, what this does, it allows us as teachers to create a space where students can connect, communicate, relate to other students of their ethnic descent, and to understand classroom concepts better. If we are teaching if as a teacher I am teaching social studies, I am teaching the contributions of ethnic groups to the society, and today I am focusing on African contributions to society. And for food, we are talking about things like cook up, metaji, yaman fufu, or various amounts of food that the African contribute. And we engage the children in the class of African descent in conversation about the foods that they eat in their homes, about the ones that we discussed. If they know the ones that we discussed, they make the connections to what they are aware of, to what's new to them, and it allows them to understand their ethnicity better. So we activate their prior knowledge to help them connect and to help them understand and grasp classroom concepts better. Secondly, the second strategy that I would implement as a culturally responsive teacher is to encourage my students to leverage their cultural capital. This means for them to use what they have gained through culture, through ethnicity. For example, if an indigenous child speaks an indigenous language or speaks in the indigenous Creole, however they may speak in their communities. If we are teaching ethnic groups in social studies and we are on Amerindians and we are discussing, for example, one of the tribes or one of the languages that Amerindians speak, what we can do as a culturally responsive teacher is to get this child to encourage them to speak for the class, not for show, but to embrace them, to help them understand that yes, it is okay to still be bilingual, to still be able to function in both capacities. Also, in this same regard, we can encourage our pupils to participate in the cultural activities using their cultural capital as leverage, so we can encourage our East Indian pupils or African pupils or Amerindian pupils, pupils of Portuguese and European descent and Chinese descent to come fully dressed in their cultural wear when we have cultural activities at school, not just for show, but for them to embrace their culture and for us to show them that we are creating a space where it is okay for them to express themselves culturally. And I personally feel that implementing simple as these two strategies in our and in our classroom, this allows students to feel connected to their ethnicity, peers, cultural traditions, and as a culturally responsive teacher, that's all you could want.